I think he don't did them because he really wanted to do. I think Turki Al-Ashi told him you need to do something. And he did. He did.
Same shit that everybody else been saying since I moved to 147. I ain't fought nobody. Every last one of them. Stump a mud hole in, he gonna be next.
Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford aren't just sharing the spotlight, they're igniting it. The intensity has been burning since their first verbal clash, culminating in a cold stare that even drew Dana White to step in.
But I didn't. He did before. He tried to walk me back. And it just was my reaction. That's it.
Crawford didn't hold back in their latest fiery exchange, promising that come fight night, there will be no more shoving, only straight-up punishment. He boldly declared, "I'll stomp a mud hole in your ass." That wasn't just trash talk, it was a declaration of war.
When I beat you, is you gonna be a nobody? When I stump a mud hole in your is you gonna be a nobody? You gonna be just like everybody else. Watch. Watch.
The entire buildup has felt more like a spark than a traditional press tour. Crawford has been brushing off the drama with laughter, seemingly unfazed by Canelo's antics. But beneath that calm exterior, a storm is brewing. Crawford isn't here to shake hands, he's here to make history.
And that wasn't nothing. You know what I mean? Like, that little push didn't do nothing, as you can see. But come fight time, we're not going to be pushing, we're going to be punching. So it doesn't even matter.
Bulma, Crawford's longtime trainer, spoke candidly about how the early rounds will unfold against Canelo Alvarez. He acknowledged that the first round might be tough, a test of timing and feel, but emphasized that Crawford's success hinges on his ability to adapt and read his opponent.
It's gonna play out, man. You know, like I always say, it's gonna be a tough few rounds. You know, until Terence makes his adjustments, and then, like he does every fight, he's gonna take it over and run away.
Bulma also highlighted Crawford's proven pattern. Once he figures out his opponent's rhythm and adjusts, the fight quickly shifts in his favor. His trainer's words weren't hype, they were a sober prediction based on Crawford's proven ability to solve puzzles in the ring.
The longer they let Terence grow, the worse off they're gonna be. So that's how I look at it, like that. You just look at it, he's a big dude.
Yeah, no, you look pretty filled out.
Yeah. And
Meanwhile, Canelo has made the fight personal, referencing his battle with Billy Joe Saunders. He claims Crawford ignited a similar fire, transforming into a different beast when the stakes are high.
Question for Bud Crawford. You know, a lot of MMA fans, UFC fans, may not have ever seen you fight before. And they might tune in because Dana and the UFC are involved. So what has it been like, maybe introducing yourself to a lot?
Controversial figure Jake Paul has entered the debate, criticizing the fight's marketing and accusing it of being a mismatch. Known for blending theatrics with combat, Paul suggests that the promotion may not match the reality of the matchup.
I think it's corny, to be honest. You know, I created imagine if Ronaldo and Messi had been together before the World Cup. It's just not how a real competitor. You think Michael Jordan was doing that type of shit? So, I think it's corny, and I would never engage in any of those activities.
Canelo has openly disrespected Crawford, calling out his recent behavior at press conferences as not just showmanship but personal. He was especially affected by Crawford's statement that he's not interested in fitting anyone's expectations.
A little bit more personal because, you know, I did respect him. I don't respect him anymore because he say I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that. And then he tried to, maybe Turki Al-Ashi told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So and he tried to walk me back, and that's why I pushed him. And you know, like I say, don't with me.
Does it bring a different Canelo then?
Yeah, it's different.
Canelo boldly claimed during a news conference that previous turmoil might have been influenced by others, like Turkey, telling Crawford to come at him. Crawford responded confidently, warning that messing with him could end his career. I didn't touch him.
Touch him.
Oh, you know. Hey, We know, buddy. We know.
First,
We know.
first
We
and
know.
foremost.
We know. Before I respect his word because he say, "Oh, I'm not gonna let somebody to tell me what I need to do," and he did. So, but you know me. Just I respect everybody, but if with me, so it's gonna be different.
Crawford's decision to fight Canelo at his weight class is daring and historic. As the only man undefeated across multiple divisions in the four-belt era, he aims to add a third title against one of today's most decorated champions. Even legends like Bernard Hopkins have taken notice.
He has a legitimate chance. Over 60% for as much. If you say Bernard, give me a number.
Give me a number.
He has an 85+ chance.
Hopkins gave Crawford an 85% chance of victory, citing his resilience under hardship and internal strength. He believes Crawford's mindset should be unwavering, believing that nothing Canelo throws will break him, no matter how tough the fight gets.
He's not going in there to prove something, which will fall into Canelo's hand. He would love for him to prove something. That means you will stay there and try to prove something. But to go in there and to let him know, establish that from the first round, that I belong, without showing that I am tough. I earned my position to be here, and I want to show you, even though you're being stubborn, that your time not only have came, but
Voices across the boxing community are chiming in. Teddy Atlas passionately supports Crawford, urging him to dethrone the champ without hesitation. He's not criticizing Canelo's legacy but rooting for Crawford to claim the throne.
I'm taking Crawford. He'll handle it all. That's it. I am. I'm not in any way trying to shortcome a tremendous fighter named Canelo. I like Canelo a lot, but I like Crawford more. I like Crawford, and I liked him before Canelo didn't look great in his last fight against Skull. I liked him when the fight was first made 2 years ago, talked about 2 years ago, or close to 2 years.
Crawford, aware of his opponent's strength, remains confident, saying, "Yeah, he's heavier than me, but I have tools that are better." Boxer-turned-analyst Amir Khan discussed the matchup, noting that Canelo's rehydration and power could be significant factors.
It's a hard fight to call Canelo Crawford because, Crawford is a big guy as well. I mean, I normally would say Canelo because he's a bigger guy, but normally he's bigger than his opponents and he puts on the weight well, and when I fought him, he was much heavier.
Khan pointed out that Canelo often comes into the ring heavier and hits harder than Crawford's past opponents. Despite Crawford's ability to match Canelo physically, Khan emphasized that Canelo's knockout power could be the deciding factor.
But then again, when I fought against Crawford was as big as Canelo, but I just don't feel that Crawford hits as hard as Canelo. Canelo hits very hard. I mean, his power is like
Khan acknowledged Crawford's skill and power but clarified that Canelo's dimensions and punching force set him apart. Still, Crawford's speed and mentality make him a real threat. This fight is closer than many think, based on skill and will.
With Crawford's got power, don't get me wrong, Crawford's got amazing power, but the thing is that it's not that knockout power that Canelo has. Now, you have to understand, I fought Canelo 10 years ago or so. Now, is that the same Canelo that is out there now? But a lot of people saying Canelo's maybe past his best. Crawford's come off some good wins, looking really good, but still the age is very similar. Both guys are getting on towards the end of their career. I think it's evenly matched, but I do lean more towards Canelo in this one, even though Crawford's a very close friend of mine and helped me in my training camp for my last fight. But it's a hard fight to call because both fighters are at the top of the game. I think it's something that boxing's not seen for a very, very long time, where you've got two fighters. It's hard to say who's going to win. It is a 50-50 fight. Is it skill or power that's going to win, or is it skill or speed that's going to win the fight? We don't know.
Crawford's confidence is backed by community voices like Anthony Berto, who admires his accomplishments. Crawford fights with purpose. He's not just trying to survive but to win, betting on his ability to surpass Canelo.
It's going to be a great fight, and two of the best are fighting the best. I mean, my opinion, I think you can put Crawford in any position. Man, for some way he knows how to figure it out to get out of that position. I mean, he's a man. And he got that dog.
Frank Martin discussed strategies Crawford might use against Canelo, noting that Crawford's agility and size could give him an edge. Boxing legends like Floyd Mayweather are weighing in, criticizing Canelo's recent performances and questioning his dominance.
Or we'll see, Canelo just annihilate him because of the weight. You have to remember that Crawford is a 47-pounder, a 54-pounder. And Canelo has fought he's probably weighed 200 pounds in the ring at one point. So, and it makes a huge difference, guys. 1 pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds makes a huge difference. So, especially at the elite level. So, I think it's.
Mayweather, speaking bluntly, dismissed Canelo's hype, recalling his own victory over a young Canelo and criticizing his current reputation. Meanwhile, former champions like Oscar de la Hoya have shared layered insights, emphasizing the high stakes as Canelo's prime faces its ultimate test. The closer we get, the louder the roar of this historic showdown.